number 23, LeBron James. And number 34, Cian Cotton. YBOA 12 and under champions from Ohio, the Akron Shooting Stars Basketball Association.
His first dunk was when he was in 8th grade in one of those teachers versus the students game. Imagine that, Dave, a 14-year-old dunking on his math teacher.
As now we have the Division III State Boys Basketball Finals coming up here on ONN as Akron St. Vincent St. Mary battles Jamestown Greenview here at the Jerome Schottenstein Center in Columbus. 250. We look at the starting lineup for this afternoon's game, Jay, and certainly athletic ability and basketball talent would favor Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, but Jamestown Greenview, a team that plays very hard.
Yeah, they're real right now and really haven't been tested.
Pass stolen away. Ali Samavali. Lead feed for the jam by LeBron James, the second-team All-Ohio pitcher. Jay Bursa other end. 7-2, Greenview on top. LeBron James brings St. Vincent St. Mary closer.
That's the style they want to play. Get it up and down.
Josh Carter's leaner in the lane. Irish break. LeBron James puts St. Vincent St. Mary ahead. And on the loose ball, tracks it down. Inbound pass was stolen by James to Samavali, and he will go to the line as he is St. Joe. He coached the next day, saying that's what Mom would have wanted. She would have wanted me to coach. So he is coaching with a heavy heart. Inside, LeBron James takes the alley-oop and lays it in to put.
Times to see Joe play during the tournament. I've only missed one game.
And this in the high school is named after the gym is named after Gary Brands, the guy that youth saw play and play can do for you.
Maverick Carter to LeBron James. Works on Berman. Matthews runs into the lane in traffic. And he felt it was short. Out high, James and Thomas tangle. Feed to Samavali. Three rattles around and out. James the rebound and a bucket.
Only in Division III.
Into the lane goes James, scoops and misses and will go to the line.
Basketball over. They had 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and I've only turned it over twice since then.
Maverick Carter, little struggle this afternoon, hasn't scored. LeBron James with 16. James at the line. And hits the free throw.
We saw LeBron able to get into the lane right there, and that's probably caused by them able to knock down some three-pointers, and now they're starting to spread the zone out on the perimeter a little bit more.
Second free throw. In the Western Michigan basketball coaching staff, Bob Donowald, they were all fired after the end of the MAC season. LeBron James sticks in. Skip feed, Drew Joyce into the lane for James. With the left into the. LeBron James comes out of the pack, racing the break, and moving up the floor, right past Trevor Thomas with a sweet move into the lane.
Nice slide by there, avoids the charge and gets it in with the left hand.
LeBron Carter. A day where Carter would score just 6 points. LeBron James picked up the slack with 25.
He may only be a sophomore in high school, but LeBron James is already one of the most highly touted basketball players in the country. The 6'6" superstar from Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's has captured the attention of fans, scouts, and opponents. Whether it's knocking down a three-pointer, releasing a no-look pass, or elevating for a slam dunk, James has a knack for making the game look breathtakingly effortless. With all the attention and accolades showered upon him, you wonder how James keeps a level head as just a sophomore. But poise might be his biggest asset.
Right now I'm just a sophomore, and I'm really trying to just focus my mind on what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm just going day by day.
James shows maturity well beyond his age, and the numbers he's putting up have garnered adulation from scouts across the country. He's pouring in 23 points, corralling 7 rebounds, and dishing out 6 assists per contest. His relentless defense has produced 3 steals per outing. Those who coach the precocious talent offer sterling reviews.
He's the best player I've ever been around, which includes 3 guys that have played in the league. And the thing that separates him is he's a very smart player. He's very unselfish. He's a great passer.
And that was probably the first thing that stuck out. Yes, he can shoot the basketball. Yes, he's very athletic, but he made some amazing passes, which just shows you that for LeBron, probably the team comes first, he comes second.
James recently showed why basketball pundits are dubbing him a can't-miss prospect by scoring 33 points against the nation's most prolific high school program, Oak Hill Academy. Whenever the Irish need a lift, they call upon their sophomore guard to deliver the goods. It's a role he gladly accepts.
I think my team, they really count on me about making a big shot. Like, if it's 15 seconds left, they know they can come to me. But even if I do miss it, they still gonna be behind me 100%.
James proves an indispensable commodity by displaying a highly coveted skill, versatility. At 6'6", he runs the point with cat-like quickness and patrols the paint with strength and agility.
Certainly from an offensive standpoint, yeah, he's a tough matchup. If you're going to put a smaller, quicker player on him, I don't know if you can get much quicker than he, but if you're going to put a smaller player on him, you know, he's going to take you closer to the basket, just jump over you and shoot the basketball. He has unlimited range. He has tremendous ball handling moves. So, you know, he's a tough matchup for anybody.
LeBron James is used to the spotlight. Sold-out arenas and autograph seekers on a nightly basis hardly faze him, and neither do the continual NBA references. James has his mind set on the moment, and that's not a good sign for opponents. With one state title already to his credit, James's resolute pursuit of excellence could very easily lead to 4 state championships.
I think you're going to see one of the greatest players ever to play in the state of Ohio.
So you believe NBA potential without a doubt?
No question.
Over 6,000 people packed the University of Akron's Jar Arena on recent Sunday afternoon to witness what many basketball observers believe is the best prep school player in the state. His name is LeBron James of Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's High School. Simply put, his game is awesome. Only a sophomore and just 16 years old, he's Akron's #1 attraction.
When I go out on the floor, I play like it's my last game because it might be my last game, you know? So I got to give it my 110%, and I want to help my team get the victory, and I please the crowd a little bit just so they can keep coming back.
The fans keep coming back and then some. The school's 1,200-seat gymnasium could not support the demand of those flocking to see James, thus the move to the Jar and the capacity crowds. We would have to go back to 1979 and Clark Kellogg at St. Joe's to find such monumental hype surrounding a prep star from Northeast Ohio. Although some national publications have James rated as the top sophomore in the country, he always puts the team first. He's consumed with winning. That's why the Fighting Irish are the #1 ranked team in Division III and on pace for their 2nd consecutive state championship.
I got the confidence that if I pass the ball to my teammates, they're going to be able to finish, hit the open shot, or make the layup. And it goes both ways because they know if they throw it to me, I can make the shot too.
James is also a talented wide receiver on the Irish football team. At 6'6", he has Randy Moss-like skills. Destined for greatness on the hardwood, James says he'll decide after basketball season if he'll continue to play football. And because he's only a sophomore, colleges can't contact him until next year, which also brings to mind the possibilities of foregoing college completely and fulfilling his lifelong dream of playing in the NBA.
We have to see when I cross that road. Not just me, how my mom thinks about it, and my coaches. So when my senior season comes, we'll make that decision.
To the excitement of your favorite high school tournament.
For St. Vincent St. Mary, number 23, LeBron James. For Wayne Trace, number 32.
Out to Taylor, right side Samabale for the three, no good. James gets the rebound on the left baseline, goes into the paint, lays it up with the left hand and in. LeBron James the first 2 points, and here comes over to Taylor. Taylor right side up on top, Samabale straight down the guts of the defense for an arcing shot, no good. James tipped it in. LeBron James his 4th point on a tip in across the timeline. Still has the ball into the lane on the run, laid it up and in. A one-man show at 6'2", St. V, all LeBron. Denning on the right side to Sin, inside pass stolen away by James. On the breakaway to the basket, he'll dunk it home. LeBron James sends it home with 2 hands. He's got 13, and it's in the rebound taken down. Looking ahead to James. James straight to the hole for the dunk. Pull him out of the fire. Left side backs it down into the paint. From about 3 foot, hooks it up and in. Unstoppable. 21 now for James.
Say what, John, in the games we've seen over a year and a half, this is the biggest single dominating performance by James. He's not getting much help today.
On the baseline, fades away, missed it, rebounded by James again, and he stuck it home. LeBron James with 23, and he is running the whole show right now for the Irish. Going for his 25th point, it's up and good for LeBron James, 39-33 St. V.
James has all 8 St. V points here in the 3rd period.
Joyce on the left wing, over into the right corner, baseline, driving is James, laid it up and good. LeBron James now with 27 points in the game. Over to Denning, Denning on the right sideline. Back out front, steal by James, look out, straight to the basket for the, hammered it home with the, and shooting the long 30-footer, no good, and that's the end of the game. A valiant effort by Wayne Trace, but a big, big win for St. V.
Another pickup game that you were at was when a 15-year-old LeBron James was playing against a 38-year-old Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Give us some insight on what that looked like. Was LeBron picking up MJ, or just give us a story of that pickup run you were at?
Well, you know, everybody knew who he was. He was already famous. He was bigger than all of us in the gym. So he's coming into the gym. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see what he got. He was cooking. Like, he was 15 or 16, posting, getting to the basket. And I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue.
Right.
You know, and for sure it was.
3 more years, huh?
3 more years. He's right there.
Right.
He actually motivated. When I saw that, it motivated me. I'm like, I got to go to work.
Watching him. So you knew right away. Yeah, he
could have won pro right then, honestly.
Yeah, really?
100%.
I want to come here and play hard. It really doesn't matter if I'm the best player in the camp. You know, I still know what I can do. Kobe is Kobe, and I'm LeBron. You know, I got to do what I got to do. LeBron James, Jr., St. Vincent St. Mary, Akron, Ohio. Sometimes it goes to some people's head, but me, it don't go to my head.
LeBron James is simply the greatest 15, 16-year-old kid I've ever seen in my life. At this point in his life, he is the most mature on the court and the most gifted on the court. He has a chance, when it's all over, to be one of the greatest players ever to play the game.
Georgetown. They beat Drexel.
James enters his last 2 years of high school as the top prospect in the nation.
I don't want nobody to pass me. I mean, they say I'm the best player in the country, and I wanted to keep it that way for the next 2 years.
I always knew he was going to be good. I got to admit, never knew it was going to get this big, though.
James spent the summer showcasing his talents at various camps throughout the United States, but attracted nationwide attention for his dominating performance in mid-July at the ABCD camp in New Jersey.
I just wanted to play my game. My game is I can score, but I can pass too, and I can rebound. I can do so many things that can help my team win, and that's what I did.
It was also during that camp that stories began to surface about James hoping to become the first to leave high school early and turn pro. But as he prepares to enter his junior season here at St. Vincent St. Mary, he and his mother decided to set the record straight.
To squash it all, he's going to finish high school. Everything is coming fast enough. There's no need to rush it.
I never considered that, you know, it wasn't even the thought, you know, you really can't even do that. I don't want to go through that. I want to graduate with my class. I got 3 best friends at Drew, Willie, and Sheon. And high school you can't come back to. And you know, prom you can't come back to. I talked to Tracy McGrady when I was in New Jersey, and he just told me a lot of things that just inspired me. Like, when you get out on the court, you got no friends. And you know, when I get out on the court, you know, sometimes I underestimate who I'm playing against because they might be on the same level as me. But he told me that it don't matter who you playing, you just gotta kill them. And you know, that's what I'm coming into the year next year with. And, you know, whoever we play, I'm coming out to get them.
All St. Vincent St. Mary opponents should consider that fair warning. From Akron, Carrie Sayers, Ohio Sports Report.
But not this guy. Left off the McDonald's list is LeBron James, but that's only because the game is for seniors. James appears ready for some other competition. The junior from Akron, Ohio, is projected as one of the top, if not the top pick in the next NBA draft, if he were allowed to enter it. Bob Holtzman introduces us now to a player the scouts have been familiar with for a long time.
To LeBron for Jim! Here goes LeBron all the way! Two-handed Jim!
LeBron James has about a 40-inch vertical leap, unlimited range on his jump shot, but the strength of his game could be his passing.
Some of the stuff he do, I sit back, I look over at my teammates like, dang, I know he didn't just do that.
Last season, he won a second state championship and was the first sophomore named to USA Today's All-America team.
He's the best player I've seen at the high school level in my life.
James outside for 3!
He's an all-around great player. He has it all, definitely. He's very athletic. He has a lot of poise, and he can do almost everything.
James is young enough to have been born during Michael Jordan's rookie season and talented enough that some say he might be the next Jordan. The two number 23s have already played together.
I heard from an NBA source that this summer when he worked out with Michael Jordan that the 2 best players in the gym were Penny Hardaway and LeBron James.
For me, it could be compared to Michael, Magic, you know, Kobe, all the ones that's making so success in the league. You know, it's great, and I'm gonna just keep working hard, and someday it could be another one that could be compared to me.
James has created such a buzz that his team can no longer play here in its own gym. It's too small. They now play their home games at the University of Akron, where the capacity is about 6,000. And you never know who might show up.
When Shaq came to our game the other day, that was crazy. I mean, I know he's a good player, probably the best player in the country in high school, and he'd be one of the best players in college if you added that too, but Shaq shows up to your game, I don't know, that was just wild to me.
I wish there were a book or something I could have read beforehand, but this is, this is all new territory.
Every game that we have is sold out. I can remember my freshman year, it was only 300 people in the stands, not knowing nothing about us. But now it's sold out every night, 5,000 to 6,000. And, but I'm liking it.
James is already the subject of a sneaker war between Adidas and Nike. His high school wears Adidas, and James receives custom-made sneakers complete with his initials and number. Nike says it's trying to build a relationship with James and his family, but can't sign him until he turns pro.
Hopping and bouncing, shaking and baking, goes to the basket and scores. Nice play by LeBron.
James thought about challenging an NBA rule which says you can't turn pro until your high school class graduates. He figured he's as old as Ty Tryon, and he's a pro.
Golfers come out, they start young, that's how it is. But life is not fair. So you just gotta live with life, and you just gotta be patient. I've been patient this long, I can be patient for another year.
Remember, we're a team sport. It's not golf or tennis or figure skating. It's very difficult for our teams who have to make judgments on player talent to do so when a player is, was very young.
James is 17. He's staying in school. He says he's thinking about college, but few expect him to go. In the meantime, the legend continues to grow of the schoolboy from Akron, who some say just might be the next Jordan.
If all goes well and he stays healthy and continues to remain focused as he has been and work to improve and get better, someday that statement may be very, very true.
And for a bit of perspective, we bring in college basketball analyst extraordinaire Jay Billis. And so we've seen what LeBron James can do against high school kids. I've heard some people say he's ready for the NBA now. Is he?
Well, I don't know if he's ready for the NBA now. I think he can compete in the NBA and compete favorably if he were to go right now. He's certainly as good as some of the underclassmen that left college early and are in the NBA as we speak. But is his game ready to be ultra competitive on the league as he will be in the future? The answer is probably no. He's only 17, 18 years old. But LeBron James has got the full package. I saw him this summer. There's nothing he can't do in a basketball court. He's got a unique understanding of the game. He's very athletic. He can shoot it. He can handle it as well. There's no question he's going to be a great player, and he's really the best high school player I've ever seen.
So he's further along then than, say, Kwame Brown, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry, the guys who went straight last year?
Way further along.
All right, so he's better than those guys. We've also heard a lot of people say that maybe he will try and challenge the NBA's rule about the high school class having to graduate and try and jump to the NBA this very year. You are, in addition to being a college basketball expert, also an attorney. Do you think he has a chance in court with that?
I would not think so, and here's why. I don't want to get too technical on the legal side of it, but the rule that is in place that does not allow a player whose high school class has not yet graduated to enter the NBA draft was collectively bargained between the Players Association and the league. Therefore, it would probably be safe from an antitrust challenge, which is the route that LeBron James would have to take if he wanted to go his senior year in high school before he graduated. One, I don't think he will try to do that because the NBA will fight that tooth and nail because they don't want to encourage younger kids to come out. But this kid, it may be appropriate for him to skip college because he's probably going to make more money in endorsements and from shoe contracts that he would make in his own rookie deal. So yeah, he's a unique case. Most kids should not leave early. They're not prepared for it emotionally or from a maturity level physically, but this kid is.
He may be a very, very unique player indeed. We'll see you on College Hoops tonight.
All right.
Jay Billis, thanks very much. Kenny, over to you.
Akron St. Vincent St. Mary at guard, a 6'7" junior, number 23, LeBron James.
Down the last game, John, there were some empty seats along press row here. There's not any empty seats now.
No. Largest crowd ever for a state championship game was last year's St. V championship game over Miami East, and that record will either be tied or broken, you would guess, today. To Lewis, now to James on the three-point line straight away. Between the legs, jump shot up and good. LeBron James with his first two. Tap. Out on top, James fires a 20-footer. Good. He leads it 4-1. James with the ball has 2 for 2 from the field so far. Here's the third shot. It's in the air and good. And what a start for Mr. Basketball. 3 for 3. It's 6-1. Only trailing by a basket, 12-10. A 3 by James. Swish. LeBron James nailed it from out front. First on a running clock here in the first quarter. Poland down by 5 to St. Vincent St. Mary. Outside pass stolen away by James. Here comes James to the basket, and he dunked it, and he's fouled. With another rebound, brings it across the timeline. Top of the circle, fires a 23-footer, swish. LeBron James drilled it from up on top, and it's 20-13. LeBron showing some scoring power with 14 now. And there's it for 3, no good. James gets a rebound, 15-footer, good. LeBron James sticks it back in. He's got 19 of the 25-15 lead. That's only 4. James inside it goes to Travis. The assist from James to Travis. Pressure applied, full court. Needing some help, double team right in front of the QKT microphone. James a steal and a dunk. LeBron James a steal on the high riser. He's got 21.
Johnson in the right place at the right time to get that back. Another steal.
Steal by James. He fires the 3. Swish! LeBron James with 27. And the show is on. It's 35-18 and a quick timeout. 2:08 to go till halftime. Back at, he was even smaller then. Inside it goes, and Gary has it blocked away and taken away by LeBron James. Good, and the rebound ahead we go. James, if he gathers it, here comes another tomahawk. Behind the back, 2-hand dunk, and into the crowd he goes with his 32nd point. And it's 71-34.
A high school game here in Cleveland has attracted a crowd of 10,000 here tonight, but it's not just any high school game. It's phenom LeBron James against the #1 ranked team in the country, Oak Hill. LeBron Mania goes national here tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, Dan, when you talk about LeBron James, it's been a runaway freight train. The Express with hype. It has started 2 years ago. He was on the cover last year of Sports Illustrated, on the cover of ESPN magazine this week, and that is all created. Curiosity, curiosity, curiosity. Hey, he's one of those teenage phenoms that come along in their given sport and are so gifted, like a Venus Williams, a Serena Williams, a Tiger Woods, a Kobe Bryant, an Alex Rodriguez. And all I know is if he's half as good as all I've heard about him, he is going to be one special athlete. I can't wait to see him play in person.
The history of basketball is rich with legendary performers. Those who have dominated the paint, dazzled us with their passing, displayed uncanny marksmanship, and risen above the crowd. Other than talent, the common thread among all these legends is simple. They're known by a single name. And now, as we look to the future, a young man called LeBron attempts to earn that same distinction. Can LeBron James take his first step toward legendary status? Find out next. There's one guy among us who has seen LeBron James play on several occasions. Jay Billis is here to give us some perspective. Jay, how good is LeBron James?
Well, simply put, Dan, LeBron James is the best high school basketball player I have ever seen. And I think as a 17-year-old, he's better than Kobe Bryant was at the same age. Why? Because he is just as skilled as Kobe Bryant was, but he is more physically imposing. At 6'7", 235 pounds, he is a man right now, and he's got an extraordinary skill level. He's also a brilliant passer, a guy that can play with other people, find teammates, and create shots for others. He's got a maturity level that most kids his age just don't have, and he will be, without a doubt, the first pick in the draft.
Shot there is Swan, so the lead is still 7. This is the shooter, Corey Jones, and there's James with a follow.
It's because they may come for academic reasons or competition.
Stolen by Brandon Weems.
He's the truth.
In transition, finally an opportunity to show the elevation, the windmill, the creativity, the extension, the elevation.
How do you feel about all that?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? How many college guys or NBA guys can make that pass in transition? In the NBA, that's a jam for a dunk. I mean, I got goosebumps watching that. That made me think of the Magic Man. Are you kidding?
Here comes James leading the Irish shot. They were down big early, but there's another no-look feed.
That's what we're talking about, instincts, feel for the game. I mean, that is just so special, Bill.
The sense of where you are that we learned from Bill Bradley. as a St. Louis high school phenom. LeBron James is moving right now at a different speed.
Led his high school to the state championship as a freshman, sophomore, got beat as a junior.
That's beautiful.
He's going in deep. Once he gets the ball in that deep, he's automatic.
This is what great players do. They take what they want.
They go to their strengths. Great vision all the time. Great vision.
The ball's an extension of his mind.
Oh, he knew he had that one too.
Uh-oh, then it's chest pumping time. He's got it. I'll tell you right now, my friends, he's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But he talks about his mom. His mom at 16 had him. By 19, she had lost her mother, her grandmother, and she was on her own. And they went from one project to another. I think this could be a great American dream, man. A great story. Here's a kid who has a love for his mom and with a stroke of a pen could take care of his family for life. I think that could be fantastic. I'll tell you the one thing I love about him. Any kid that speaks so unbelievably lovingly about his mom can't be a bad kid.
Would that make a lot of kids not come to college in the first place if you put that restriction in? James with certainly the ability to make it look like he can go to the next level.
Or off of him, make that choice for him.
And all those leeches, leave the kid alone. All those that want to sell T-shirts and bobblehead dolls and make money off them. Let him try to enjoy his senior year as much. He's got enough heat and pressure.
31 points, standing by with Jay Billis. Jay?
LeBron, with all the hype going into this game, playing against the #1 team on national television, did you feel a lot of pressure coming into this?
Well, it's a different game, a different atmosphere today. And today, we're playing the #1 team in the country. And I don't think it was no pressure for our team. I think it was more pressure for the fans, to come in here. We lost the last 2 years, and we just wanted to come here and get a victory.
The cover of USA Today, the cover of ESPN magazine last year on Sports Illustrated's cover. What do you think? Is this too much, or is it too much pressure for you?
Well, I think it's no pressure for me. I think if I come out and play my game and get my team involved in the game, it's a lot of notoriety for me and my teammates, but I just go out, play my game every night and give it our all. And if we give it 110% like we did tonight, it's no pressure for us.
Your performance, you came out, it looked like you started slowly, relied a little bit too much on the jump shot. How did you calm yourself down?
Well, at halftime, our team was telling me I need to go inside a little bit more because the player that was guarding me had 3 fouls at halftime. So I said, anything it takes to win for our teammates. They told me to get inside, and I did that for our team, and we came out with a victory.
What's next for you? What do you have to improve upon when you want to take your game to the next level?
Well, it's all about just getting better every day. Of course, defensive-wise and getting your jump shot better to perfection. But it's just getting better every day for our team and for myself.
How about the interview skills? He seems to have his head screwed on pretty straight, huh?
He's got charisma that goes with it, and that leads to marketability. And if he smiles and he takes that game like Magic and Jordan, the cash register is going to go ding-a-ling-ding because he will have unbelievable in terms of requests with all the endorsements, etc. What a future he has.
But the way he played for fun tonight, the joy, the hope, the optimism that you saw, what poise, what composure, what confidence, what competitive greatness. This guy's got it.
What a night it was for LeBron James. We hope you enjoyed it. 31 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and a win. 20-point win over the #1 ranked team in the country, the Oak Hill Academy Warriors. Here's Strawberry, has it blocked.
Boy, Romeo Travis is a really active player and a great offensive rebounder.
Here's James. Look at the pass! Showtime early for LeBron James.
And a little extra on that one, but still, it was the right play. The pass behind to an open man.
And a 5-second violation. The press quickly electrifies this crowd. The buzz still going through. And this is a town that has seen phenomenal passing. From Walt Hazzard to Greg Lee to Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now LeBron James laying the dime down.
Right now he's one of the best sophomores in California, but he's got the chance to be one of the best point guards in America.
Jones, the lob inside, and LeBron James has his first 2 points of the game. Tied at 13 early in the second quarter with Bill Walton and Jay Billis. I'm Dan Shulman, and that is LeBron James.
It looked like DJ Strawberry relaxed a little bit when that pass was coming in. Instead of being down in a stance, he stood straight up, and James took full advantage of him. And Shane a little bit late in getting over to put a body in front of James before he could get to the basket, but it was that initial defensive position that allowed James to get to the hole. Like you used to play, when you got the ball inside, people could cut off of you, and you were a great passer and really revolutionized the game as a big man.
Jumper, yes.
You're not that old, Jay.
I remember you.
Well, the big men want to play on the perimeter, as you pointed out. The ability of LeBron James to knock down that shot with the soft touch
only encourages the more wild play that we saw in the early going, which is a gigantic mistake on their part.
Right. James to Joyce for three.
You've got to make James, or you got to make Joyce put the ball on the floor. Same thing with Jones. If they don't put it on the floor, they will knock down shots all day.
Garrity going to the basket all day.
But how about this St. Vincent St. Mary's team? Oh, goodness gracious.
11 for James.
This team comes out and looks so bad in the opening moments. And now they are just hammering Mater Dei. And Mater Dei was clearly the best team in the first 8 minutes of this ballgame.
He does it everywhere. Look here on defense with Harrison Shane. I mean, this kid is a good leaper, Harrison Shane, taking the ball to the basket and James putting it into the seats.
The left hand, on the way down, the body control. What are you supposed to do as a defender?
Well, let's find out what they do with him here. He gets his shot anytime he wants, and he knocks it down. And James, who had only 2 in the first quarter, has 13 here in the second quarter. Well, a guy who's going to obliterate a few records along the way, LeBron James, again, a very slow start in the first quarter, but a terrific second quarter as he started to take over the game.
LeBron James woke up after a predictably slow start. I just don't like the way they approach the beginning quarters of these games, but LeBron James put on the complete show as we fully anticipated. Going left, so difficult to do, exhibiting the soft touch, the creativity, the imagination, the defense, the rebound, it's all right there.
Trevante Nelson for 3, left it short, and the rebound to James. Beautiful. Bounce pass Sims and the reverse layup.
Yeah, he just makes the right play time after time when he's got the ball in his hands, doesn't he?
Magic's first game was played with Kareem.
His work ethic, I think, will determine a lot of it in his drive. It is different for each guy. What a pass!
Nice. Beautiful. You talked about the passing at the beginning, Jay. Oh, what a
How about that? And speaking of work ethic, making that pass instead of preening around, he runs back in transition defense.
Strawberry still covering James. There's James inside, his first field goal of the second half.
And he goes inside on ball reversal. He's open for a layup left-handed, and that's where he needs to be a little bit more often.
But a lot more often. Like every play.
Now here's James. It's a 5-on-2. James will take it himself, follow his miss, and again, no, wave it off. Over the back on LeBron James.
Over whose back?
And the main event just about set. LeBron James and St. Vincent St. Mary's High School has taken the court as they get set to take on Westchester High School out of Los Angeles, California. 2 of the nation's premier high school programs going head-to-head. Obviously, a lot of the focus on LeBron James, but who guards him tonight?
Well, Trevor Reeves, also, how about the message? The message from the coach. And here you see Trevor committed to UCLA. He's going to have that task of playing, but they seem ready. And see what I liked about what the coach said. He's calm. Yep. You know, he's saying to him, "Listen, it's going to be a little different, but play with the same emotion." Bob, you know that's important for kids to hear coming out in this type of a game.
Here's Travis back to the basket, back out for Joyce around the horn. Now they give it to LeBron James. Turns and faces just inside the arc. And the first bucket on the night for LeBron James. And we get a whistle. It will be St. Vincent basketball.
Sizing up. Knocks down the 18-footer. See, he wants the ball, and they're conceding to him right now because he wants to put on a show.
You see Reese playing off of him. You got to get out and challenge James. He knocks down back-to-back deep shots on the left wing.
And that's a 3-point field goal for LeBron James. A quick 5 points for him.
His competitive
7-0 run for the Fighting Irish.
And Spiro, his competitive nature. He's talking to the guy who's guarding him.
Foul a minute ago called on Trevor Ariza. His first personal. Brown, lazy pass, trying to find Cutley. It's taken by James. Attacks. And a gorgeous dribble drive and finish with the right-handed finger roll. And a lot of flashbulbs in this arena.
Look at his head once he gets the ball. I mean, he is going up.
And good patience out on the break, too. He didn't rush it. He allows the defender to run by, and then no one's going to challenge him up at the rim. Both teams look a little winded right now.
Yeah, the excitement, they kind of got themselves caught up in it.
You got the adrenaline going, and all of a sudden now you start settling in, having to play basketball.
And LeBron James left open. Time for some razzle-dazzle. LeBron James with 10 very quick points.
And he gets his feet underneath him. Nice looking stroke right there. You see him come right at Ariza saying, you're going to have to come out and guard me. I don't care what people say about my inconsistent outside shot. How's that? Tagging 3 from just about the exact same spot.
I mean, he may not have as many skills, but the same type body. Yep. They look just alike.
Just not as thick and strong as James.
And speaking of being strong, James just fights through his defender and knocks down the turnaround jumper. He now has 12 points.
The little lean just knocked Ariza right off him. There's that strength. That's the difference right now.
Dangerous pass. Ariza trying to save it. Fight for it, and it's taken by Travis James. One-on-one into the lane, and a right-handed finger roll finish.
Wow. And he finishes like that. It's a disappointment from everybody in the crowd.
Westchester now applying some light full court pressure defense. James in the backcourt, down to 2 seconds. James has to fire it up, and he banks it home.
How do you allow him to get the ball?
Well, as soon as he caught it, though, did you see him look up, find the clock? He knew exactly how much time was left, and when that ball left his hands, it's right on our angle. It was going the whole way.
They came to watch LeBron James, and 8 minutes complete. The super senior has not disappointed. He caps off the first quarter with a buzzer-beating three-pointer. He has 18 points. Fighting Irish very patiently in their half-court set. Now James back to the basket. Into the lane. Right-handed finish. Now LeBron James works one-on-one against Ariza. The pull-up jumper outside. It's a 2-point field goal.
Boy, he's been impressive from the perimeter.
23 for LeBron James. Here's a Westchester turnover. Chance for the Fighting Irish to build on a 9-point cushion. Johnson down low.
Well, that's what they all came to see, the athleticism of LeBron James on the putback dunk.
25 points for LeBron James. His last bucket on that putback attempt.
You need to surround yourself with some people to keep people away. We talked about his teammates sometimes creating a cocoon and keeping him inside.
LeBron James left open. The high-arcing rainbow offering swishes through the nets.
He sat out, so he's now he's angry. He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's trying to prove something to everybody, including everyone in the building.
Here's James, a couple three-pointer. It's good.
That's not fair. He's a little riled up and taking it out on Westchester right now.
Maybe in over its head right now.
Watch this. Left hand, step back, fall away. See, he finishes. And what I like is the emotion. You know, he doesn't allow the crowd to stop him from being who he is. He claps on turnovers. He's up high-fiving the guys that are taking charges. He's not just making the basket. He's also creating the enthusiasm and electricity in the building. The LeBron James factor had not set in yet.
Until he started hitting threes, and then all of a sudden, boy, did it settle in transition, sliding by guys, the ability to skate out in transition.
Clock running down. Who else gets it? I mean, you deny him the ball here. You don't allow him to come up. This is a momentum swing right here.
It's like I can do whatever I want to out here on the basketball court. Take you outside, take you inside, spin you back down, and after every basket, just turning around saying, hey, you know what? You can't guard me. And with that kind of athletic ability, you're right. Stepping over guys, dunking on them, and doing everything off the dribble. He came out to make a statement, and boy, did he do it here in the first half.
Look at the reaction.
And Westchester needs the same start to the second half as they had to start the game.
Oh! More showtime. LeBron James soaring through the air as he jams it home. And it will be Westchester basketball after the turnover.
Better find that guy, because you can throw it as high as you want. Talk about alley-oops.
Here's Drew Joyce, dribbles baseline into some trouble. And the Fighting Irish give it right back. Ariza loses the handle.
Here we go!
Oh my goodness. His head was about a foot over the rim.
Here we go! Look at the crowd! Did you see the entire building stand up at one time?
Give me a timeout! Give me a timeout!
some hops as he gets up. Back-to-back jams by LeBron James. And this place is speechless right now.
They got his mom. Back-to-back. Here it is again. Look at how high he gets up. The floor. Flight 2-3.
37 for LeBron James. Three-point offering is short by Gerard Moret. Here's James going to the left hand. That's 39 points for LeBron. His career high is 50. Comets desperate for some offense. The tip in by Scott Cutler. The no-look offering by LeBron James, and there you see the unselfishness.
And that's what he does best. He's got court vision. He's 2 passes ahead of everybody. A little tired right now. You're going to see him coming into your screen, slowly getting up the court.
Spent the last 10 minutes in the air.
Falling away.
Maybe he's not that tired. Oh, my.
A tremendous display of high school basketball.
And the extension, the left hand, and then running the floor. How about the pass, the look away?
St. Vincent St. Mary with a 25-point lead. More from Trenton in a moment.
James creates such a hoopla when he has the ball.
No, they're a terrific team.
Here's James back into the game. Nearly lost it, stays with it. And he puts it down with the left hand, again showing the ability to go to that weak hand right in front of the basket.
Finishing around the rim with either hand, that just makes him that much more difficult to try to stop. You can't. He's unstoppable at the offensive end.
He's got one of those games that you just shake your head.
Oh, yeah.
James now with 44. He could build on that total. One-on-one. Jump stop.
Wow. Wow. He's amazing himself.
Yeah. He's even got himself shaking his head and laughing. He's got that killer instinct, you know, like you said, looking right in his eyes, saying, you know what, you can't handle me, and I'm going to let you know about it.
Right.
Here's James down low, lays it up and in very gently with both hands. 49 points for LeBron.
Try something, huh? He's got 50. Small, big, I don't think it matters.
James guarded by McClinton, falling away baseline, and why not? And he has now surpassed his career high, 52 points for LeBron James.
Small, big, one guy, two guys, it doesn't matter. There is one that did go in. Gets him his career high, now at 52. The fadeaway. And here he is coming out of the game, and listen to the crowd. They appreciate what he's done here this evening.
And he's got his arms up because more than anything, again, we talked about his youth, but he wants to play. You know, he's not concerned about the Hummer and the...
So here we go, the championship game in Division II. Joyce controls, and the basketball game is underway. 8 minutes on the clock, and the first possession goes to St. Vincent St. Mary's. Jones and Joyce will run outside in the matchup zone, which is a staple. Inside they go, and the slam dunk right away.
And he just used his body against Adam Gill. He had no...
Against Kettering Alter. Tough names. Mr. Basketball Ohio, hard to the hole. But his Fighting Irish trailed by 5 at the half. Third quarter. Irish going to take the lead on this James move. Doug Peno led the Knights. That's the other team with 12 points. Eric Lauman had 11, proving we can name more than one prep player on the show. LeBron drops 25, grabs 10 boards. His team wins its 3rd state title. Now it's on to the next adventure.
The 2003 Powerade Jam Fest.
Bags because everybody been asking me, and I'm just going to go off the top of the head. Whatever comes to me, you know, before I'm about to do my performance, you know, that's what I'm going to use. But I don't have nothing scripted out. I'm just going to go off the top of the head, freestyle.
That's going to take a long run-up. Oh, my goodness. That was the first one?
Wow.
Are you... Oh,
man.
You know,
I was going to say Vince Carter-like elevation. That's higher than Vince Carter.
He's not even, you know, like in boxing, George Foreman's always saying you got to come out wet. He's not even sweating, and look how high he got up. Man-child.
Just absolutely a ridiculous athlete. Settle down, Dave. Settle down, partner. You know what, though? So smart, because how much does he have to do to advance? He's working the crowd to the fever pitch. Beautiful delivery of the ball. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I like it.
I tell you,
he's changing things. He's the DJ Dunker.
He is the favorite son in this part of the country. Look out.
Hey, you know, the amazing thing about LeBron, you know, he's experienced, and I have never seen anybody jump as high as LeBron James.
It's a scary, and you know, that takes in a lot of folks over the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah, how about David Thompson, Dr. J, Michael Jordan? This guy is in elite company.
Golly, his chin almost hit the rim.
Incredible.
Had 1-8 in that series of dunks. Look at this. Look at it. You see, he double clutched. When's the last time you saw that? A double clutch?
Never seen
He
it.
double clutched.
You know, he went up. He was up around 11 feet.
Oh, that's remarkable. Well, there's your leader. 250 points. LeBron James is your winner of the slam dunk competition here in Cleveland. Well, it comes as no surprise, LeBron James is the king of the slam dunk competition here in Cleveland for 2003, and he did it in convincing fashion.
Presentation of the slam dunk champion.
Congratulations, LeBron, in front of the home crown town. You bet.
LeBron, it's so difficult to live up to the expectations, right? I mean, the crowd expects you to fly over the backboard and throw something between your legs. A difficult competition for you?
Well, you know, anytime you can get some athletic players across the country to be in the same competition and same event as you, you know, it makes it more competitive. And I liked it tonight, and I'm glad I came away with the trophy.
Good. Congratulations. Good luck next season, wherever that may be.
All right, thank you.
The great thing about this group is that they've grown up together. They've been playing basketball together for a long time. LeBron has been the star of that group for a long time, but they recognize that he's just their friend, and that's how they approach it.
The great part about playing with him is it's just exciting. I mean, he's going to get everybody involved. I mean, he's not a selfish player, and he wants to win. And when a leader like that wants to win, it rubs off on everybody else.
As an adult, sometimes you think there's more important things going on in the world than a high school basketball player. And, you know, granted, he is one of the best high school basketball players I've ever seen. There's no question about it. And I've seen a lot, even just right here in Ohio. But it just seems like, wow, that many people want to talk to LeBron James, and he's just a high school basketball player.
It's crazy, because I was over his house last night before I went home. I see somebody sent him a little action figure of himself dunking the ball. It was like, he got action figures. This guy's still in high school. I mean, it's nuts. So yeah, it's a whole nother level.
Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio, the site of the 26th annual McDonald's Boys High School All-American game. And this one, of course, figures to be very special. LeBron James against the rest of the All-Americans here tonight. For the East, of course, LeBron James from just down the road in Akron. He is the front and center attraction in tonight's game. But Chris Paul, Michael Jones.
And you know that Gary Williams likes to see his players start off on the defensive end.
Chris Paul to LeBron James. That didn't take very long.
LeBron James-led team, 66%. 2 dunks, 3 attempts.
But that's one thing these kids are going to learn with help side defense is EB did not need to be guarding him that closely when the ball's on the opposite side of the floor. Could make the jump from high school straight to the NBA. That is still in the forefront of his mind.
Yeah, one of his good buddies, Lamar Odom of the Clippers, same neighborhood.
Tom Izzo back to really pressure defense and scoring off of their defense, generating offense. Look at that pass. The no look to Villanueva, high above.
And the EB guarding him. We'll try to give you as much info as we can all night, too, about where some of these guys are heading. There's Villanueva again from James, who picks up another assist, and he sees a little bit of a a part of the crowd up on the second deck, maybe folks from Akron, all wearing looks like St. Vincent St. Mary t-shirts, and he points up to them on his way back down the floor, and now he's got a steal. Unselfishly gives it up, and Michael Jones will finish with a jam.
That's 3 assists now for James, and I thought before the game he would get 10. He might get 10 by halftime.
I thought you'd try to dunk everything. You're trying to get your teammates involved. Take me through your mindset.
Well, you know, when your teammates get into it, we have a lot more fun out there because they feel like if the best player on the floor can get us the ball, you know, we all can have some fun and try to not be selfish. We're just trying to play a team game, and, you know, thankfully we are by 12 right now.
Now, a big week for you. You win the state title. You've got a test on Monday. You come here Tuesday and win the Wooden Award. What does the McDonald's All-American game mean to you, especially because it's in your city?
You know, it means a lot to me. You know, besides, you know, doing all the hard stuff, you know, practicing stuff, you know, it's a great achievement for me and for the Akron, the city of Akron. And I feel like, you know, anytime you can give back to children like we did at the Ronald McDonald House and at the Children's Hospital, I think it was great for all of us, and it's a great experience.
I am LeBron James.
LeBron, Bron, or even King James. Whatever you call the McDonald Boys Player of the Year, call him a winner.
I think more than anything, what he brings is just a desire to win and a competitiveness that I love.
The man who has been LeBron's mentor for the past 4 years remembers the first time he saw a very young number 23.
He was this 9-year-old who was about 4 inches taller than everyone, who played point guard on a team. He couldn't dribble very well, but they made him point guard, and he used to back people down the court.
Once he got to St. Vincent St. Mary High School, LeBron evolved into not just an all-star player, but a team leader as well.
I came into a team that already had a leader. As the years grew on, you know, I have been seeing that Coach Drew has let me say more and more. And now the team looks at me and they say, you are our leader.
And that leadership continues off the court as well, where LeBron carries a 3.5 grade point average.
I think the way he goes at everything, from the way, you know, he competes it with his schoolwork, to how he plays on the basketball court, to how he plays a video game against his friends, it's tenacious. He's just always wants to be the best and wants to win.
LeBron's creative talents are not confined solely to the hardwood.
He's an artist. He can draw. He loves to draw, and he's, you know, honestly done a great job designing some of our uniforms, putting things together.
Now his designs are on the McDonald's All-American game.
You know, that McDonald's game it puts another burning desire in my heart. You know, have seen all the great players who've been through this, and, you know, from Darius Miles to, you know, DeJuan Wagner, that's the Cleveland Cavaliers now, and Michael Jordan and other great players who've been through this. You know, it's a great honor to follow in their footsteps.
Artist, student, player of the year, all agree that the oversized 9-year-old is on the verge of big things.
I think he's just going to leave a legacy that's much greater than basketball because of his heart.
We mentioned David Paget. He has a strained knee why he's not in this game. So Paget, Luol Deng, and Olu Famatini are the 3 injured players, unfortunately unable to play.
Now that is an outlet pass. LeBron James with the flip outlet.
It can't be an easy job for these coaches. They want to try to make everybody happy, but they also want to win the game. This is their chance. And what a delivery. Mid-air creation by James. But I remember a couple years ago, Cedric Bozeman was playing for the West, and he was very frustrated, he and Josh Childress, because they hardly played the second half.
Well, James and Eby have had a nice battle. You see the steal coming from behind.
He's working hard, but James a little bit too strong, and it's his time right now.
What was that?
Now they're booing a little bit. They wanted something more from King James.
This is the major introduction to America of what the future of college basketball is. Jones is the guy that's really impressed me.
How about that, Tim? That impress you, though?
I knew about that before, though.
21 for James, and it was James, by the way, who knocked the ball away. Now James with a block. He's going to take over this game.
Let him go.
Listen to the crowd now.
Buy a ticket next week is what he's thinking.
22 a three for James. He has stepped up his intensity a notch or three in the last couple of minutes. He's going to get it back.
Well, that's the beauty of playing with a player like Chris Paul. You can give it up knowing that you're going to get it back.
Anybody want to finalize their MVP vote now? You just put this one away.
I want to send in my application to the LeBron James fan club.
Shannon Brown challenging Jackie Butler.
Jay, we've heard the comparisons to Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan in high school, but the big difference is that LeBron James already is man size. I don't think he can get any bigger and any stronger. Do you think that maybe impedes some of his development? He's man size playing against kids right now.
Yeah, that may be. I do think, though, the real question is what kind of drive does he have? Will he continue to push to be the best player when he gets to the next level? And I think when you have so much hype and so many accolades coming your way, sometimes it's easy to get satisfied. I don't sense that will happen with LeBron James. I think he does really want to be great, but really the great ones stand the test of time. It's not about potential or what you do your first few years. It's what you do over the course of a long career. And whether he's got that kind of drive remains to be seen.
Well, don't you look at Michael Jordan, how he evolved. He first learned, beautiful to learn. Michael Jordan,
And the East defeats the West here tonight, led by the MVP of this game and the best high school player in the country this year. And in all likelihood, of course, the #1 pick in the upcoming NBA draft, LeBron James with 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists here tonight in the McDonald's All-American game.
LeBron, you absolutely exceeded all of the out-of-this-world expectations. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Huge numbers. What does it mean to cap a dream-filled event like this as the MVP?
You know, first of all, I'd like to give a shout-out to my father, you know, and secondly, you know, for God. You know, without God, this God-given talent would not have been possible tonight. And, you know, it's just been a wonderful couple of days for us, you know, visiting around McDonald's houses and visiting the whole hospital. It's just a great way to finish it.
LeBron, watching you come out, I would have expected you to come out and have a plan to be MVP, but you really shared the ball and showed unselfishness.
You know, I shared the ball early, which got my teammates comfortable in the game and got them into the flow early. And then, you know, the West team started to come back, and, you know, my teammates told me to take over a little bit more scoring ball-wise. And, you know, I did that in the second half, and we came away with a victory.
LeBron, #1 pick in the draft without question. You've won a state championship. You've capped this up. When can we expect an announcement about when you will announce your intentions for next year?
Scouting director, quote, LeBron would have been the #1 pick in last year's draft. That should give you an indication of what kind of talent he is. Clearly, LeBron James has been waiting to explode on the NBA scene for over 16 months now. But exactly who is he? And what can we tell you about LeBron James? Tom Friend with that story.
It's just a dunk on amateur video. Him blowing a rim to smithereens. But it only lengthens the legend of LeBron James.
I'll be amazed by some of the things that I do on the court sometimes.
Goes LeBron on the wing.
To be able to make some kind of shots that, you know, a lot of people can't make, and to make passes a lot of people can't make. But I let my coaches and my friends come up to me and say, LeBron, what's going on with all this? Why are we getting so much exposure?
Everyone wants to get their hands on him. Nike, Adidas, the Cleveland Cavaliers, his high school teachers. But some things about James need clearing up. First being talk that his head is bloated.
Before I was in the stable house that I'm in now, I had moved at least 7 times in a year. And when I was living where you was talking about, Elizabeth Park, down in the projects, in those hard times you see everything from crackheads, you know, to drug dealers, to gunshots every night, to police sirens. And I think it just made me stronger.
Another claim is that he's another of the Michael Jordan youth. That he's in love with just the dunk and the jump shot.
He wants to make the great pass as much as he wants to dunk the ball.
I like to share the wealth, you know. I just don't like getting all this for myself. It's all about the team.
He's the first one to tell you he's never won a game by himself.
I know every night I can go out there and score 50. I can easily be a ball hog, shoot all I want, because, you know, I got the willpower to not do that, because I want to see my team be excited too. And last year in the playoffs, at halftime, I had 5 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. And a guy had asked me, you know, was a pretty bad halftime, isn't it? I said, how? You know, I'm sharing the ball, I'm getting rebounds, I'm into the point guard, and at halftime we was winning by 35. You know, it's not bad at all. I'm loving it.
Not that he doesn't have a lot of Jordan in him. In practice, he's so competitive that everyone, including his coach, is fair game.
How was that not a part of the play?
No. Gian was right here. The ball was right here. We're going to spread the play. Go.
Even if you don't, you still set it up.
But when these practices are over, it's him, not his coach or his teammates, who's on the cover of magazines. It's him at 17 who has to deal with his wristbands being sold on eBay and his high school games being televised nationally, with Dick Vitale announcing.
My concern now is that we have put him on such a high pedestal that he can't live up to it. Even if he's successful, there's going to be those who say, well, he didn't do this. Well, he didn't do that. You know, and I feel for him for that.
Take a look at the breakdown for next month's drawing. 22.5% go to the Cavs and the Nuggets, then it's the Raptors, the Heat, and the Clippers. So with the #1 pick, does that mean you automatically take LeBron James and automatically you start to get wins? Here's Channel 23's Chuck Galletti on that.
Both teams now have a chance for gold in the NBA draft. And that gold, LeBron James. But is the 18-year-old from Akron truly the savior?
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, though.
How did the burning desire for you to become the best? How did that come about?
You know, I think it's my passion for the game, my desire to be or get as close as I can to perfection. You listen to your coaches, you listen to the media to some degree, because you're going to hear a lot of criticism about your game. How do I stack up against these guys? Maybe he's not as good as everybody thinks.
Folks, welcome to Washington, D.C., MCI Center, where a capacity crowd of 20,000 plus will be on hand for tonight's 30th annual Jordan Capital Classic, as 20 of the nation's finest will be competing in the contest, Team Black against Team Silver. And also on the Team Black, none other than the #1 high school player in the country, LeBron James. Yes, the #1 citizen in the U.S. is here, President Bush, residing in Washington, D.C., but the King LeBron James is here, and he, of course, will dazzle with all that he has shown throughout his entire high school career. He is a man-child indeed, and he talks about often his hero. That's why he wears number 23, Michael Jordan. We talked with LeBron earlier to get an idea of just what it means to play in the classic that is named after his hero, Michael Jordan.
Well, you know, I think it's going to be a real great tribute to Michael Jordan, you know, with it being his last game last night, and for us to come into his arena where he played for the last 2 seasons. I think all of us here gonna feel real good about playing, you know, contributing to another invite to Michael Jordan's legacy.
A very poised and engaging young man off the court, and let me tell you, on the court, his game is indeed the stuff of legend at the high school level. You will see him on display as he goes after an unprecedented 3rd consecutive MVP honor in a national all-star game. And MJ is here to watch the man who is set, as many think that he might be able to take the throne. Not just yet, but we'll find out. Back with more.
So we are set for the 30th annual Jordan Grand Classic, and we are glad you're with us tonight from the nation's capital. Lisa jumps center. And Team Black controls. Steve Buckhantz, Glenn Consor, James Brown courtside tonight, as the best talent in the nation is on display at the MCI Center. And all the stars have come out tonight to see these fellows play. And two of the best, LeBron James and J.R. Giddens. Here's James, goes inside to Klisa, who scores, and he's fouled.
Buck, as I stated earlier, the best part of LeBron James's game is his ability to find open people, not only in the transition game, but the half-court set as well. A great job that time drawing the defense.
Great pass from Humphries. The shot missed inside, but James is there to clean it up and knock it in. Shot blocked inside beautifully. 2-on-1. Here's James, who slams it in. That's what the fans have come to see here tonight. Gary Irvin lays it off for James. LeBron James, a big hoop off a nice assist.
See, LeBron James was in back of Irvin saying, just throw it up. Don't lay it in, just throw it up. And there's LeBron on that steal. Eby, who's on his way to Arizona, a phenomenal looking player, turned his ankle 2 days ago in practice.
Oh, what a shot. James for three. A spectacular long-range jumper. The Silver leads by 2. James from long range, that is unbelievable. That's an NBA three-pointer.
No question about it. Again, that's the only question mark. Includes LeBron James, a tremendous point guard. Skip Prosser is going to really be happy once he lands his feet down and wait.
Side shooting. Well, guess what? LeBron James intent on showing that he has no weakness in this game as he drops in a three-pointer here. Nice touch indeed. And in fact, can he run the floor? Well, we know that the alley-oop from Gary Irvin for the slam dunk. And just to make sure you know that he can shoot it from the outside well, he's 6 of 10, 15.6 rebounds as he's guiding Team Black right now to a 6-point lead over Team Silver. LeBron James, King James, is in town and showing his wares.
Baseline for the hanging jumper. Up ahead of the pack. Look out here. LeBron James with 17 points with tremendous play. Well, you're amazed at the athleticism these young men possess.
And the court awareness bucket. Takes charges.
Nice play.
Wow.
James off the glass for Brendan Faust. To a big lead in this game, but LeBron James helped his squad come back with 17 points in the half. And at intermission here at the Jordan Capital Classic at the MCI Center in Washington, it is Team Black 54 and Team Silver 50. LeBron James has put on a show from inside and out. 17 points and 9 rebounds in the game.
Fine defensive player, too, those quick feet. Now, LeBron James, again, we've talked so much about him. You've seen him, Coach. Talk to us about LeBron.
He's the best and most dominant high school player I've seen since Lou Alcindor, who went on to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's almost not like an all-star games the way they're playing together. They're very unselfish.
James takes the fadeaway and hits. That's his first shot of the second half. Some points for the Silver jerseys. Here's James. Shake and bake, and what a shot.
What'd that look like?
Oh.
Who'd that look like?
A little like Kobe. The last 9 for this team. James, unbelievable.
Come on.
He almost their 3rd state title in the last 4 years.
Now watch this move by LeBron James. Watch how he creates space just like MJ does.
Yep.
Just with that little shake, spin.
Out again by Humphries. Up ahead to Wafer, looking for James. He's got him. And LeBron drops it in. 28 points for LeBron James. And make an impact. No question about it. 7:48 to go here in the second half from Washington. You're watching the 30th annual Jordan Capital Classic on Fox Sports Net. Andrew Lavender at 5'7". Kleezer with 9 rebounds in the game. James with a big move. Reverse layups of beauty. Player in America, 30 points, leading the Team Black in Washington. Back in Washington, Team Silver edging out Team Black in the Jordan Capital Classic by 2 with 3:52 to go in the ball game. And our slam dunk of the game, sponsored by Witten Perot Laser Eye Associates, none other than LeBron James, who has done it from every angle of the court tonight and has 30 points to lead all scorers in the contest.
I need to be taller.
LBJ, what's up, kid? Everything good? Oh, I didn't see you last night. Good.
I'm here to tell you all guys that that I'm foregoing college
and I will be entering the NBA draft in June, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
In June, he will be the #1 pick of the NBA draft. Tonight, LeBron James is joining us live from Akron, Ohio. LeBron, thanks a lot for spending some time with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Hey, what you got on your feet right now?
Oh, y'all want to see what I got on my
feet? Yeah, what you got on your feet?
You know, Charles.
Can you help us?
You know, Charles might not know. Charles knows something about these. Look on the other side. Y'all see what this says? Y'all know them Air Force Ones.
I didn't know
right there.
I couldn't tell what brand that was.
Hey, Charles, he should have signed with Adidas. Why he didn't sign with Adidas?
Well, he want to be famous, baby. Only Nike can make you famous.
Hey, I follow Charles. I was following Charles' footsteps at Nike.
Hey, LeBron, I got 2 questions for you real quick. Did you go to the prom?
No, I didn't go to the prom. I had to handle some business.
All right, and were you voted most likely to succeed?
Hey, well, them votes all come out next week, so hopefully.
Here is LeBron James. How does it feel to know that if you're not eventually a Hall of Fame caliber player, it's not good enough to be good or an all-star. If you're not eventually a first-rank Hall of Famer, a lot of people will say you were a bust or overhyped.
How does that make me feel?
Yeah.
Well, I don't look at it as looking into the future. I always go by, I'll take every moment at a time, because you're not promised tomorrow. And that's what my mom brought me up on, and I always say that I just try to get better every day at what I do.
Here's the upside. Akron, where you grew up, is a short drive from Cleveland. You're with the hometown team. Here's the downside. The hometown team was 17-65 last year. That's why they're in the lottery, and that's why they're going to get you.
And that's why I say I can make an instant impact, because I don't think you can get any worse from the kind of season they had last year. But I think my competitiveness, drive, and my willingness to win is going to make them a lot better.
Your mom raised you pretty much by herself. There was a man named Eddie Jackson in your life that you've called your surrogate father, but your mom was a teenage mother, unmarried. What's the first thing you want to do for your mom now that the money is coming in?
I told her I was going to buy her a house with some grass. I think that's going to be the first thing I do for her, a house with some grass and whatever she needs. You know, everything that she needs, I'll be there to give it to her.
Paul Silas is one of the most respected figures in the NBA. He happens to be a black man, but that's not the key point. He's not just any black guy. He's a fatherly type figure. He's been around the league for a long time. He's highly respected. You grew up without a father. Your biological father was not in the picture. It seems to me not coincidental that Paul Silas was the choice to coach a team that would soon have LeBron James.
You know, growing up, I grew up with a mother. And my mother was my mother and my father. And now, you know, I have the thing that not growing up without a father never really put me down to where I couldn't reach my potential. And now that I'm moving on to Coach Silas, hopefully he's going to be a good father figure to me on the court, off the court, and a good coach on the court and off the court.
What sometimes happens to people who become very successful in athletics or entertainment, if they have a parent whom they haven't known throughout their life or they've disappeared, that parent resurfaces when the fame and the money comes in. First of all, do you know your biological father's whereabouts?
No, not really. But, you know, I'm not really even concentrating on that, because I really have my father and my mother all tied up in one. And that's Gloria James. I don't, you know, at this point, I don't really need nobody else.
And there have been various stories that your biological father may be in prison. He may, in fact, be dead. He may have been shot some 10 years ago. Do you have a curiosity about that?
No, that never really crosses my brain, because the friends and family that I have now is awesome. I couldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him in for the world. And when I'm with my friends all the time, that takes my mind off everything. And another thing, when I step on that hardwood, that's like another home for me too. So I'm in a whole nother zone.
So if this guy is still around, and if eventually he shows up, have you thought about how that might go?
No, I never really thought about it.
You feel like it's not part of your life?
No, it's not part of my life. I think my life is in the right direction right now, and nothing is going to change it.
Tonight is the night.
Tonight it becomes official for Darko Milicic. Welcome to the NBA. For two kids who came from Iowa to Kansas, together they're here to take the next step in their basketball lives. And guys have been known by their nicknames already. Melo and Bron, making dreams come true on a night their dreams come true. If you make it onto that marquee, you've made it in sports. The world's most famous arena is Madison Square Garden, and the theater attached to MSG, hosting the 2003 class for the NBA draft. Who will be the superstars in that picture down the line? David Stern has posed in many a class over the years, but the people of New York and the fans of the NBA want a front row seat to be here the night Carmelo, Darko, and some guy named LeBron officially enter the NBA. We welcome you to our ESPN coverage. Proud and privileged at ESPN to be a part of one of the more interesting and exciting drafts of any sport in recent memory because of the unprecedented hype for one person entering a league. LeBron James, who is set to make the 40-mile move from Akron to Cleveland, Ohio.
If there's one player in the league that a team would have called and said you can have, would you have traded this pick?
There is no player, Jim, for whom we would have traded this pick. There isn't a whole team. We're very excited to have this player, and we believe he's going to give this marketplace a great future of exciting basketball.
That's saying an awful lot, Gordon.
It is, but that's how I feel. You know, otherwise, if I didn't, I'd probably be run out of town.
All right, Gordon. These are going to go on sale, Mike Tirico. The number 23 jersey, the new crimson colors of the Cavaliers, they go on sale in about 15, 20 minutes. They are lined up around the block. They probably won't have enough. Back to you in New York.
Jim, they'll go from the bottom third of merchandise in the league, I would guess, to the upper half, maybe the upper third. It's not just the new jersey, it's the guy who's going to be wearing that number 23, as he does in tribute to Michael Jordan. Dick Vitale, you got to see some of LeBron James' high school games. He seems to have, Dick, in addition to all the basketball, that special it that makes stars superstars.
I tell you, Mike, I was so in awe watching him. I thought I was watching a rock star, the way he handled himself. In fact, he was much better than I even expected. I mean, it was incredible. I remember getting a call years ago from Mr. Garfinkel of the 5-star camp. He told me he had a 15-year-old that dominated both his leagues, the NBA and the college division, and that's never been done before. Then he went to the big stage at Adidas and marched on and became incredible in Nike camp as well. Bottom line is, this kid has lived up to all the expectations. He has that special instinct, feel for the game. I'm going on my silver anniversary at ESPN. 25 years. He's the best high school player I have ever seen in my 25 years, man. And he's got that charisma where the box office and the cash register is going to go ding-a-ling-ding because he's got that smile, Mr. Tirico, just like you.
It's the ding-a-ling-ding to go with the bling and everything else that will make Cavs games an event now in Cleveland. Jay Billis, you did some of those games with Dick. Basketball-wise, does LeBron have everything that everybody's building him up to have?
Yeah, he's just as skilled as Kobe Bryant or Kevin Garnett at the same age, but he is far more physically imposing. And, Mike, I'll tell you, I don't think any reasonable basketball person would take anyone else number one than LeBron James in this draft. It's an absolute no-brainer. He's got what it takes to be a great NBA player, and I think he will be.
Greg, if you were advising LeBron, what would you tell him the toughest thing ahead for him is?
Well, I think he has to be patient. I think the expectation level is so high for LeBron right now. Everyone has put him up there in the stratosphere. He just has to be patient and allow the game to come to him.
I think the only way he fails is if he fails to meet our expectations. I would just say this to the fans and the media. Let's not create LeBron's legacy. Let him create one for himself.
The exciting part is, even though we know where he's going, it's still the official step tonight. And to watch a guy who's come from tough upbringing to great success, it's a pretty special night in his life, and we'll be here to share it when that first pick comes in a little bit. And LeBron James, he's on deck. The Cavs will be on the clock. The picks start when you come back.
The first pick
in the 2003 NBA Draft will be made by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have 5 minutes to make this selection.
And LeBron James will sit for the next few minutes. The most comfortable wait for a #1 pick. If you couldn't hear what the fans were chanting, they were chanting Fire Layden, talking about Scott Layden, GM of the Knicks. The Knicks will pick 9th, and we'll talk about that when it comes around, because it will be an interesting atmosphere here in the theater. But the move that LeBron James is about to make from high school to the NBA, Amari Stoudemire, the #9 overall pick by Phoenix last year, from a number standpoint, did it as well as anybody ever in the history of the league. Tough to make that early impact. Jay Billis, what, as you break down LeBron James' game, gives him the skill set to join Stoudemire, making the move high school to the pros?
Well, I think, Mike, first you start with his body. LeBron James has an NBA body. He is prepared from a physical standpoint to make this jump to the NBA, as prepared as any high school player has ever been. 6'7.5", 240 pounds plus. He is strong and an absolute man. He is an extraordinary passer, a Magic Johnson-type passer that can really see the floor and deliver the ball. He is easy to play with. He will be a great teammate because he doesn't need to score in order to impact a basketball game. He's also got explosion ability. LeBron James can get to the basket. He can rise up and finish once he gets there with that great athleticism, and he's got the handle and the first step in order to get to the hole. What does he need to improve upon? His defensive concentration. He needs to involve himself in more plays, not just hang back. He does defend. He needs to do a better job, and he's got to refine his shot. He is not a good jump shooter, but he shoots a good ball, and he shoots it with ease from range. I think with work on that jump shot, LeBron James can be a good jump shooter. He has got the complete package, the most prepared high school player ever, at least since Moses Malone, to jump into this league and play right away.
How good will he be, guys?
I think he's going to be tremendous. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. Unless he gets injured, he has too much upside not to be great.
Didn't we all cherry pick in high school? And do we have to pick that one out? I cherry picked. I know that. It was fun. You could dunk.
It's an amazing story of a young man who's gone from tough times to great success, and the crowning moment for LeBron James, something he's dreamed about his whole life, is about to happen. We'll go up to the podium and Commissioner Stern for the first pick this year.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
There he is with his mom, Gloria. Gloria sacrificed a lot, gave birth to LeBron when she was 16. On their own at 19, living on assistance, food stamps, and here they are just a short time later, $100 million in contract, endorsements in basketball, and LeBron James makes a great American story. From tough times to tremendous success. The second player from high school selected first overall, Kwame Brown of the Washington Wizards, doing it a couple of years ago. High school games on national TV, and what has been the most impressive to me is how he's handled the unprecedented hype.
Oh, you know what's amazing to me is we are actually going to see LeBron James jerseys. We're going to see Cleveland Cavalier jerseys in Montana, in LA, in New York, in Chicago. I mean, his impact is not just going to be on the court. It's going to be felt all across the landscape of America.
You know, you got to love this guy, too, in terms of his poise and the way he's really handled himself through all this adversity. I mean, this is a great moment for him and his family, obviously, but also for the city of Cleveland.
It is for Cleveland as well, and here is LeBron James on the Sprite set with Michelle Tafoya.
Mike, thanks. LeBron, this was a moment years in the making, and even though you knew you were going to be the top pick in the draft, you said you weren't sure how you'd feel when David Stern actually called your name. So I have to ask you, what was the moment like?
It was great. You know, this is a long-time dream to finally accomplish this, and it finally shows that the hard work has finally paid off for me.
And a lot lies ahead. You will most certainly be the most scrutinized rookie in the history of the NBA. What will make a successful season by your definition in the rookie year?
You know, seeing our team get better every day. I think that's going to be the biggest accomplishment for us because last year we weren't pretty good. But if I feel like we get better every day as a team, that's going to be my biggest goal this year.
There has been some talk that they might want to play you at the point guard. What do you think?
I think I'm going to be ready for it. You know, for anything that Coach Silas needs me to do for my team to win, I think I'm going to be happy about it.
You threw out to Carmelo Anthony, basically game on. Let's vie for Rookie of the Year. Let's compete. Why will you win that contest?
You know, I think, you know, I'm not sure I'm going to win the contest. I just think that I'm just going to try to get my teammates better. You know, I'm not looking for individual things. I'm all about the team.
Well, the team wears this jersey on the road, LeBron. Here it is. Enjoy it.
All right, Cavs fans back at home.
Mike, back
Pops,
to you.
what up?
Ohio's own LeBron James becomes the first player taken in the #1 overall selection who was born in the same state of the team that picked him.
The LeBron James story. Most of us have only seen film clips and parts of games, great opportunity to see this young fella in person tonight.
Well, no, we haven't seen him, but the scouts haven't seen him. They all say what a great player he's going to be. You know, one of the best parts about him is his athleticism, but also they're counting on him to be a leader. He wants to win. He's won every year he's been in high school, but this is the pros. He has the weight of a franchise on his shoulders this year to turn them around and to draw the fans.
Also at guard from St. Vincent, St. Mary High School, number 23, the 6'7", LeBron James.
Full court throwaway. Ricky Davis picks it off for LeBron James. And there, the young fella gave the crowd what they came to see.
And that's a guard. He can leap.
A powerful jam by LeBron James, who weighs 240.
Darius Miles, you pressure him, he's going to turn that ball over. This is a guard, everybody.
Bam.
There aren't many guards that can do that. Glass.
Ben has 2 feeds already. Ooh. Behind the back dish to Ilgauskas from, guess who, LeBron James.
That was pretty sweet. Watch this play. This is what they talked about LeBron James, how well he understands the game of basketball. Watch this pass behind the back. Hello. That's how you play the game of basketball.
What does Paul Silas think about this young fella now that he's actually had a chance to coach him?
His knowledge, ability to grasp the game. He really understands. You tell him something once and he's got it. Other than that, I had seen his athleticism and that kind of thing, but he's very smart about the game.
Well, that's what will distinguish LeBron James from any other player, is can he pick up the professional game quick enough in order to dominate early on and live up to some of the hype. You know, they say he's capable of triple doubles.
He might end up being the point guard.
That's a possibility. Point forward, point.
Shades of Magic Johnson.
Yep. You know, Rip Hamilton is 6'6", 6'7", and standing next to LeBron James, he's dwarfed.
Hey, fans, grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time.
Hey.
LeBron James will hear it from the crowd there. He airmailed that one.
There's a no-leg jump shot right there.
Corliss in the post. Baseline for Rip. Scoops no. Mim pulls it off. LeBron James. No looker to Ilgauskas for the jam. Sweet feed by James.
Like a pretty good ball distributor. 4 assists already in this game. And there's what I would expect. Point forward.
LeBron James from the top with a rainbow gun. He got that one.
Well, much different arch in that shot than the first half.
Van rips the rebound down. Follows it up. No. Boozer with a board for Cleveland. Nice outlet from LeBron James. The dish to Ricky Davis. Missed the jam. No dime for LeBron. Davis missed the dunk. Missed the scoop. Boozer with a board. Miles goes to LeBron James. All the way to the rim. Blocked by Ben. Foul by Boozer, and it falls.
Great block by Ben Wallace, but that was pretty impressive speed by James.
Corliss screens for Tayshaun. Tayshaun trying to go back. It is swiped by Boozer. That's Darius Miles to James. Great no-looker to Ricky Davis, who laid it in. LeBron James showing some special skills here at the Palace tonight. 6 great-looking feeds for James, helping the Cavaliers now to a 65-48 lead. Pistons take time with 6:40 left in the third. This is the Pistons Television Network. Cleveland with a 65-48 lead. 6 assists for LeBron James. He should have 9. He had 3 other near-perfect setups. Let's take a look at a few of his feeds. You will be impressed. No looker there to Ilgauskas.
Yeah, that's what he
set up for Davis.
He should have that back. That's another assist for him. There's an impressive pass right there.
Corliss, no. Cleveland the other way. LeBron James is open, knocks it down. No, your local Ticketmaster outlet. LeBron James from the corner, down it goes. James has put on a show. Cleveland with an 82-62 lead through 3. This is the Pistons Television Network.
LeBron James making his much-awaited NBA debut. Jerry, boy, you talk about pressure. Is he going to be able to handle it? Can he handle it? We just don't know. LeBron takes the ball for the first time, guarded by Bibby. LeBron, 18 years of age, surveying the floor. Jerry, what is going on?
I don't know.
Oh, this is good. You talk about not being able to handle the pressure.
You're a joke!
I have never seen anything like this before. Come on, young fella. That's funny.